Welcome back, everybody, to Entertainment Tonight from London. Now, in just 1 week, Prince Harry is expected to return here for a charity event that also coincides with the 3-year anniversary of the Queen's death. But will it be a royal reunion or royal rejection? Our Royals correspondent Katie Nichol is here with me now. Katie, what do you make of this?
Well, I think we're all hoping it's not going to be a royal rejection because, of course, you have to remember that Harry has not seen his father for about 20 months now. The King is very open to a reconciliation, but trust is absolutely key to that in the process of any reconciliation with Harry.
So is there a possibility that Harry could ever return to royal life?
Look, well, I think there's a chance for a reconciliation. The idea that we're going to see Prince Harry back on that balcony representing the royal family overseas or doing any royal work in an official capacity, I think it's out of the question. We're always going to get different polarising opinions when it comes to Meghan, but I think she's more relaxed. It was lovely to see them behind the scenes, on the set, watching Mummy at work.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, the place where royal secrets unfold, whispers turn into speculation, and every headline feels like a plot twist in the longest-running drama series in history. Today's question is one the world is asking: could Prince Harry's surprise return to the United Kingdom finally heal the deep royal rift? After nearly 20 months of distance, estrangement, and icy silences, Harry has stepped foot back on British soil. Not for a coronation, not for a funeral, but for the WellChild Awards, and the timing is as loaded as it is emotional. This visit falls exactly on the 3rd anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II's passing. Coincidence or fate? And the bigger question burning across headlines: will King Charles take this chance to sit down with his younger son? Or will duty, resentment, and royal politics once again build walls where bridges should be? Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into the past drama, the present moment, and the future power struggles that Harry's return may ignite. To understand why this visit feels so explosive, we need to rewind. The story of Prince Harry and his royal estrangement is not a simple one. It began, as we all know, when Harry and Meghan Markle shocked the world in early 2020 with Megxit, their decision to step back as senior royals. At first, it was framed as a step toward independence, a way to live freely beyond palace protocols. But soon the fairytale exit spiraled into interviews, accusations, and a tidal wave of tension. Think back to that Oprah interview. Meghan revealed she had faced isolation, concerns about Archie's skin color were allegedly voiced behind palace doors, and mental health support was denied. Harry, by her side, spoke of feeling trapped in the system, a system, he said, his brother and father could not escape. Then came Spare, Harry's explosive memoir. Page after page, he detailed fights with William, coldness from Charles, and the shadow of Queen Camilla, painted not as a beloved stepmother, but as a calculated figure working her image into acceptance. For King Charles, this was not just a book, it was an earthquake. Add to this the Netflix docuseries, the Spotify fallout, the endless headlines, and what once looked like a simple family disagreement became a global soap opera. For nearly 20 months now, father and son have barely spoken. The last meaningful interaction, reports suggest it was brief, cold, and overshadowed by Queen Elizabeth's funeral in 2022. Since then, there's been little more than polite acknowledgements at best, and stony silence at worst. Now fast forward to today. Prince Harry has returned to the UK for the WellChild Awards, a charity close to his heart. He has been patron of WellChild for years, and his appearances at their events are often emotional, filled with touching moments with sick children and their families. But this year is different. This year, Harry's return collides with the 3rd anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II's passing, a date etched in the memory of Britain and the monarchy alike. For many, the symbolism is too sharp to ignore. Imagine the scene. Harry steps off the plane, photographers flash, whispers buzz. Will he see Charles? Has a secret meeting been arranged? Could the anniversary of the late Queen finally push father and son to sit down? According to reports from Reuters and People magazine, sources close to Harry say he is open to reconciliation, even hoping for some time with his father. Others whisper that Charles, weary from the weight of kingship and recent health struggles, may be softening too. After all, time is not infinite, and both men know it. But not everyone in the palace is thrilled by the prospect. Insiders claim Prince William views any rushed reconciliation as a terrible idea, still carrying resentment over Harry's book and public criticisms. Royal aides, too, are said to be cautious, fearing any private meeting could be leaked or spun into another headline. So here we are, a son in the UK, a father on the throne, a brother wary, and a nation watching. Now, let's lean into the gossip, because where would we be without a little speculation? Some royal commentators suggest this trip was carefully timed by Harry himself. By choosing to return during the anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's death, he anchors his presence in legacy, memory, and public sympathy. After all, the late Queen was said to have had a special fondness for Harry, her beloved grandson, even in the midst of scandal. Could Harry be using this anniversary as a symbolic olive branch? Others think Charles himself may be the one pulling the strings. Rumors swirl that palace aides have quietly arranged a private dinner or short audience between father and son. No cameras, no public acknowledgement, just a small step forward. And yet, if that happens, how long until it leaks? How long until speculation turns whispers into shouts? And let's not forget Meghan. While she has not accompanied Harry to the UK this time, her shadow looms large. Critics wonder, does her absence make reconciliation easier? Without Meghan at his side, could Harry present himself as simply the son, rather than the controversial royal rebel? Or is her absence itself a statement, a reminder that the Sussexes remain firmly split from the institution? But beyond the personal, this moment carries bigger implications for the monarchy itself. King Charles is not just a father, he is a monarch navigating both a public role and a private life under intense scrutiny. His reign has already been marked by delicate balancing acts, maintaining stability while battling health concerns, securing William and Catherine's future as Prince and Princess of Wales, and managing the lingering shadows of Andrew and Camilla controversies. Now, imagine what reconciliation with Harry could mean for the monarchy's image. A handshake, a photo, even the vaguest rumor of peace would send headlines spiraling across the globe. Suddenly, Charles would not just be the king who weathered scandals, but the king who healed a family rift. And yet, if reconciliation fails, if Harry leaves the UK without seeing his father, the opposite narrative could dominate. Charles becomes the distant monarch, the cold father, too bound by protocol to mend fences with his son. This is not just about family drama, it is about legacy, power, and the fragile future of the crown. So here we are. Prince Harry has returned. The anniversary of Queen Elizabeth casts a solemn shadow. The chance for father and son to finally face each other hangs in the air like a storm cloud ready to break. Will reconciliation happen? Will history remember this as the moment a rift healed, or as yet another chapter of missed chances and silence? But more importantly, what do you think? Is King Charles ready to forgive? Is Harry ready to step back into the fold, even a little? Or has too much been said, too much been broken? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this story is far from over. And as always, stay tuned, because in the House of Windsor, the drama never sleeps. When we left off, the question was hanging in the air, will father and son meet? But as royal insiders know, nothing in the Windsor world is ever simple. Every move is choreographed, every word weighed, every photo opportunity carefully staged. And that's why Harry's return is so fascinating, because unlike the coronation, unlike the Queen's
back to the hub where the intrigue of the British royals never fades into the background.
For a charity,
today,
for children,
we're unpacking a development that's got palace corridors buzzing and royal enthusiasts glued to their screens. Just moments ago, Buckingham Palace dropped a revelation that's sending shockwaves through the House of Windsor. A fresh decree signed by King Charles and Princess Anne, with Queen Camilla's name strikingly absent from the document. In its place, Princess Catherine is being thrust into a more prominent position on the royal power structure. This isn't just a minor tweak to protocol, it's a move that hints at deeper shifts in how the monarchy is navigating its future. Questions are flying about what this means for family dynamics, succession planning, and the very fabric of royal responsibilities. Before we dissect this explosive update, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay ahead of every royal twist. Now, let's step back and set the scene for how we got here, tracing the threads that led to this unexpected turn. The story begins in the shadowed halls of tradition, where the royal family has long balanced public duty with private tensions. King Charles, ascending the throne after decades in waiting, has faced a reign marked by health challenges and calls for modernisation. His marriage to Camilla, once a source of controversy, evolved into a partnership that saw her crowned as Queen Consort, later simplified to Queen. Yet, whispers have persisted about her role amid the King's ongoing treatments and the family's evolving priorities. Princess Anne, the steadfast workhorse of the royals, has always been a pillar of reliability, often stepping in during crises. And then there's Princess Catherine, whose poise and popularity have made her a beacon for the next generation. This decree, emerging from a closed-door session, appears to recalibrate the balance, sidelining one key figure while elevating another. Insiders suggest this wasn't a snap decision, but the culmination of months of quiet deliberations, influenced by everything from health concerns to strategic planning for a slimmer monarchy. As the news broke, social media erupted with speculation. Why remove Camilla now? Is this a sign of internal rifts or a pragmatic response to the King's vulnerabilities? The decree itself, a formal edict on councillors of state and emergency protocols, traditionally includes the monarch's spouse, but in this updated version, her name is nowhere to be found, replaced by language that emphasises Catherine's advisory capacity in family matters. It's a bold stroke that could redefine power lines within the palace. Royal watchers are drawing parallels to past upheavals, like the abdication crisis or more recent family estrangements. This move comes at a time when the monarchy is under scrutiny for relevance, with public opinion polls showing strong support for William and Catherine's fresh approach. Hold on tight as we delve deeper into the backstory that paved the way for this palace bombshell. To truly grasp the weight of this decree, we need to rewind to the foundations of royal protocol and the personal histories at play. King Charles's reign kicked off with promises of continuity, but behind the scenes, adaptations were already in motion. Back in 2022, shortly after his accession, legislation was passed to expand the pool of councillors of state, those who can act on the monarch's behalf during incapacity. This included adding Princess Anne and Prince Edward to the list, a practical step to avoid relying on figures like Prince Harry or Prince Andrew. Camilla, as Queen, was automatically part of this framework, her position solidified by marriage and tradition. Yet, even then, subtle hints of change lingered, with discussions